Welcome back to Better Pet Parents, everybody. Thank you again for being here with us. Today I'm going to share another one of my tips, and today's tip is don't take your medical advice from your hairdresser. As funny as that might sound, I think that it's really worth saying here in the pet parenthood community because I can't tell you as a professional groomer how much I get medical questions in my job. It's true that us groomers run into a lot more medical stuff probably than human hairdressers do. But it's still worth drawing the parallel that we usually don't sit in our hairdresser's chair and ask her if she thinks that we have an ear infection or why we vomited this morning. And this happens all the time in a groomer's day. And I think it's really worth reminding people that your dog's hairdresser is not a doctor, just like you know that your hairdresser is not a doctor. So sometimes it can be like people thinking that I'm one, even though I'm just, cutting nails and hair all day. And I'm certainly not trying to minimize the grooming job. I'm not saying that it's a cakewalk. I'm just saying that it's not medical. And a lot of people really assume that it is. And even though a lot of us groomers have worked closely with doctors in other parts of our careers with veterinarians and things like that, we might know some things, but at the end of the day, the only person who has the right to diagnose your pet or to tell you what medicines you should be giving your pet is your pet's veterinarian. Just remember that all medical advice should come from a licensed veterinarian, not from anything that you read on the internet, not from anything that your friends and family recommend, but your veterinarian recommends for your pet's case. I preach that all the time here. And it's so important to keep in mind. But one of the things that I really think that pet parents need to be reminded of is that even if you love your groomer and your groomer has been working for your pet for years and you trust your groomer and you think that your groomer is so smart, they might be, but they're not a doctor. And so just remember that their job is to take care of your pet's hygiene and your veterinarian's job is to take care of your pet's health. So I know that it can be very common to mix the two around, but they need not be mixed because hairdressers are hairdressers and doctors are doctors. And I just think that this is kind of a funny subject matter for me as a professional groomer because every day when I go to work, people say, "Oh, what do you think of this mask?" And what do you think of this ear? And I am just as clueless sometimes as a hairdresser would be running a hospital. And I think that it really is worth mentioning. Everything that we talk about here at Better Pet Parents it is meant to provoke thought for pet parents everywhere. Our mission here is to help people on their pet parenthood journeys. Our mission is to bring things up that maybe they've never thought about or make them think about things in a different way. And this is definitely one of those things. So I just want to put this thought in everybody's mind today to just remember that hairdressers are not doctors. Make sure you always take medical advice and medical instruction from a licensed veterinarian. Make sure you find a veterinarian who you like and trust. And let them be your go-to person for all things medical questions. I want to thank you all for being here with us today. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you again next week for another discussion.